YouTube viewers.
Brewers?
Brewers.
Right,
Buongiorno, YouTube brewers.
Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. Tonight, with special guests, The Fuzz, The Sith. I'm going to take a look at a beer that was sent to me by Brew by Me back last year. I've been sitting on this beer
Is that his
for a
whole
year.
name? Brew by Me back last year?
Actually, his name is Dale, but we don't call him. Whatever.
Sorry, Brew.
We've had, like, Sis had some of your beers before. He's really appreciative.
Yes.
I had some of your beers because I made that joke before.
You definitely did. It was Dale, Brew by Me. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much. His last name is just what we think of.
Yeah.
And
You don't put periods or commas in there.
All right, the beer. Okay, so this type of beer is from Belgium. It is a Framboise. More Subite Framboise.
That sounds French.
Lambic beer from Belgium.
Sounds French.
It's sort of French. It's between French and Netherlands. It's along the coast there in a little country called Belgium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard of it.
Yeah.
French.
Shut up. So it's from Neerput, Ass, Belgium.
Ah, it's Belgium.
Literally, Ass.
You're right.
Don't knock it too much. This is one of the most renowned, one of the very few Lambic Lambic type of beers in the world. However, these guys tend to use a lot of random ingredients in it, and they're probably closest to more of the McDonald's side of the Belgian Lambic beers.
Like the Golden Arches side?
Yeah, they're not like Lindemans, where this is more mass produced than like Lindemans would be, or old like Hansen's Artisanal or something like that.
Do you know who the Lindemans or the L whatever he said it was?
He does actually know who Lindemans is.
Do you know who Lindemans is?
My wife does.
You tasted your wife.
You did not have the beer.
Pour the beer, Max. Pour the beir.
Was it sour?
Pretty soon you're gonna get ousted from your own YouTube channel. You know that.
Alrighty.
And it'll be like
Whatever.
The Sis presents. Oh yeah, you're gonna pop that, aren't you? Pop that top.
This is gonna be anticlimactic. I just know it.
It definitely is. That actually had some distance. That's got a good 6 feet on it.
Oh, I've seen worse. We had that Landon's Grand Cuvée that we had. That thing ejected the cork so high up in the air, bounced off of that, and hit me in the back.
Oh, that would be epic to watch.
Yeah, well, you can find the review on my channel. It's review 299, I think. Anyway,
I remember one where it went up in the air and I caught it.
Yep, I forget when that was. That might have been the 12 Musketeer portable.
Yeah, it was the 12
The big black one.
Yeah.
That I did for 400. So this, and we're gonna have to be. I think I gave Fuzz a little too much.
That's
We
okay.
want to save a little bit for Jen, his wife, because she really liked the Lindemans version of this. Now, taking a look at that. That's all right. Do you want to give a little of that to Sean, or to the Sith?
Okay.
Because you might find this poison.
Okay.
Water,
There you go.
healthy barley, wheat, raspberry juice.
Raspberry.
Basically, it's a wild sour beer made with raspberries, which is why it's called Framboise.
Raspberry juice.
Now, the big thing about a Lambic beer is that when they ferment the beer, they don't leave it in big fermenting tanks. They leave it actually exposed to air, so that
Does that spoil the beer?
no, they leave it exposed to air, and the wild yeast come in and actually infect the beer, and that's how it ferments. And then they put it in oak barrels and age it for years.
So my question is, how do they guarantee one is better than the other? Like, what measurement would they have?
They don't.
So from batch to batch, you're gonna have different tastes?
They blend different batches.
Okay, but you're gonna have different tastes from batch to batch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna have different tastes depending upon the combination of yeast that infect the beer. Anyway, looking at that, it's almost orange. Like it's
kinda cloudy, isn't it?
orange. Well, yes, it's going to be cloudy, but it's almost. It's not so much like raspberry pink. It's more like almost orange amber. I was kind of expecting a little bit more pink from that, but whatever.
You're always expecting a little bit more pink.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Didn't really get a whole lot ahead from that.
Yeah.
Stop it with the jokes.
They just make themselves at this point.
Sniff. Whoa, holy cow, that's a lot of raspberry.
Ooh, you're right, that's raspberry.
But there's a little bit of almost like a funk to it.
Wow.
It's like a very big dusty note at the very back.
Wow.
Whew. Very strong raspberry. I'm getting a dusty funk to it. Like
I just smell
an old
raspberry.
house, like mold. Maybe not so much mold.
Oh no, I'm not smelling any mold.
Yeah, I'm smelling
that's
all
fair.
raspberry.
Oh. Well, yeah, but buried underneath that raspberry is like this little
I
like,
can't
white
get
dust.
past anything other than that raspberry.
Just train your nose to get to the smells that lie beyond the great abyss.
Interesting.
All right. It's mainly raspberry, so let's give it a taste. Down the hatch?
Done that.
Down the hatch.
Why would you think this would be poison for me?
Yeah, it's really not that poisony, is it?
No.
It's not very sour. It is tart, but it isn't too tart.
It's tart.
It is, well, tart to you. You should have been here for the Hanson's Creek.
But it has a
Big raspberry note.
it has a weird aftertaste to it.
Yeah, that's that moldy, dusty kind of taste that I was talking about in the smell. And you can almost taste the depleted hops that they used in here and impart almost like a slight herbally taste to it, but not a very strong one. It almost seems a little astringent in that it kind of coats the back of your mouth with this little bit of raspberry and a little bit of funk. But other than that, it's not bad. Except for
my tongue is dry.
very dry.
Yeah.
That's because lambics generally finish very puckeringly dry.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad beer to try.
As far as lambics go, it's not very sour. It's a very good introduction to Framboise. What do you think, Seth?
You like to ask me that when I'm just taking a sip.
It's gonna make sure it's recording. Yep.
I actually kind of enjoy this. It's not too raspberry for me, and I don't really like raspberry, so it's got a little bit of a disadvantage there. If this was my wife sitting here, she'd be in heaven right now. She thinks she was back in Long Beach.
California. Yeah, Long Beach.
Yeah, I actually kind of enjoy it. I have to admit it is really dry.
Yeah.
But if you can just take like a mouthful and just let it sit there and take in the flavors,
It seems like the beer itself is incredibly dry, but the sweetness in the beer comes from the use of the raspberries.
Yeah. Like, you actually just...
I don't think I can hold it in my mouth.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a really good tasting beer and a great introduction to Lambic beers. I mean, those who might be a little culture shocked by the big sourness that comes from the big ones, like Lindemans or Hanson's. But as far as this one goes, I like it. I really like it. I give it a 4. What do you think?
Back to my last statement, I'm not really big on raspberries, so I can really only, like, if you like raspberries, you're gonna love this, and I'd have to agree. If you like raspberries, you're gonna give it a 4. I can only give it a 3 because I don't really like raspberries, but it's got
really like
so much flavor and so much.
I appreciate the quality of the beer itself.
Yeah, going by just quality, I'd say 4.
So 4 or 3?
I'm actually gonna split and go 2.75.
2.75. Okay, so
Or 3.75.
3.75.
I'm not sure I can give it a 4. Just because of that bad aftertaste to it. I don't think I can drink more than one. I don't even think I can go 3.75 on it. I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with a 3.25.